Surfers require strong hips with a certain amount of flexibility and mobility. This helps to do stronger and more explosive maneuvers, but it also prevents injury and cramps. So here are some hip stretches and hip mobility movements for surfers who want to surf better. We're going to get into the butterfly stretch. So you're going to put your feet together like this. Try to get your heels into your groin, and you're going to hold your feet, squeeze your elbows into your legs like this, and you can lean forward and you should feel the hips stretch and pull. You can also put the hands down on the ground and lean forward into it. So this stretch is going to help you open your hip flexors, your groin, and your hamstring. It's a really good one. This next one is the pigeon pose. So you're going to get your front leg in front of you like this at a 90-degree angle. Back leg's going to go straight out behind you, and you're just going to hold like this, okay? Get your one hand on your foot, and you're going to try squeeze this back leg down and your hips down into the ground and hold it in that position. You can also put your hand on your heel, other hand further forward on the ground, and you can lean down into it over your front leg. And this one's going to help open your hip flexors, your glutes, and your hamstring. Really good. This next one is we're going to get into the child's pose. So you're going to go onto all fours, sit down, put your hands further out in front of you, and put your head down onto the ground. This stretch helps you relax, but also helps you to stretch your hips. This next one is the reclined bound angel pose. So all you're going to do is you're going to lie down on your back, get your feet into this position with your soles touching together, knees out, and you relax for 5 minutes. This stretch helps open up your hips, your groin, and it stretches your hamstring as well. Now we'll go into the reclined pigeon pose. You're going to go onto your back and you're going to put the one leg over your knee, grab behind your leg on your hamstring, and you just pull your leg into your chest. This improves flexibility in the hips, hamstrings, groin, and relieves tension in the lower back. So let's get into the seated forward bend. You're going to have your legs together like this, flat and together. You're going to lean forward and reach as far as possible. If you can put your head down as close as possible to your knees, that would be very good. This one's really good as it opens up and improves your flexibility in your hips, your hamstrings, and even your calf muscles. And it opens up your groin area and it relieves tension in your back as well. This even helps improve your balance and your coordination. So this one's really good. So this is a really good hip warm-up. Okay, 1990s, you go straight into this position, always keeping your legs at a 90-degree angle, keeping your hands behind you flat on the ground. Once you're in this position, if you want, you can just lean over that front leg. And then get into this position. And now what we want to try to do is we want to try open up the back leg. You're going to place your back foot down flat on the ground and squeeze your knee behind you, and you should feel it in your hips and your groins, and you hold it there. Hold it there for a while and you put it back down. And again, you lift it up slowly, squeeze that hip, push that knee behind you, and back down. And then you switch to the other side. The traveling butterfly. you start with your legs straight like this, and you slowly bring your feet and your heels into your groin, and you rest the knees and then back out in front of you. Back in. Get your heels to get as close as possible to your glutes, and you extend out again. Drag your heels back into you, and you rest the knees, and you keep doing a couple of repetitions of these. Another really good movement to work on hip flexibility and mobility is to get into this position and then to do hip circles. So let's start with the right leg. I'm basically gonna squeeze and push it out to the side and then back, and then I'm gonna start going around in circles slowly. And I'm gonna try push it as far out as possible and hold it and bring it back in. And you do a couple of these. And this also helps relieve pain in your groin, your hip, and even your lower back. Another similar one to the hip circles is to do the fire hydrants. So you get into the same position and you're gonna try lift your leg as high as possible until it's parallel with the ground. So you're gonna hold it slowly in that position and then down, up and down. And you can switch to the other side. This one's really good. You'll feel it in your glutes, your abs, your groin, your hips, and even your hamstrings. So we get into this position with your arms on the inside of your front leg, back leg straight out in front of you. And then you're gonna try use your right or your outside arm, and you're gonna rotate and reach towards the sky and hold it. And then back, or you can even go all the way underneath your front leg and then back to the sky. Reach to the inside and reach for the sky. And this one you should definitely feel in your groin, your hips, and even your quads. And one of my favorites is to do like a reverse butterfly. So for example, if this is the butterfly position, we're just gonna get into a lying down position. And you're gonna try get your knees spread out as far as possible until you feel it in your hips, and then you squeeze your heels together and you should feel your hips stretching. And sometimes what I like to do is I move my legs around into this position. So I add some rotations to it. And thanks again for watching. If you like these videos, press follow and subscribe for more. And let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment box. See you next time.
Yeah, Shaz.